I don't like reading in video games. To me, it feels like a cheap way for the developers to just pad out their runtime. If the story is good, it'll entertain me for a little while, but without fail, I'll end up just skimming through pages and mashing whatever button allows me to skip through lines the fastest. So why, in Control, did I read every single word? Immersion is a highly valued property in video games, and what it breaks down to is whether the world feels real, or at least cohesive and believable. And a lot of this comes from the visuals and the sound design and the voice acting and the story, but the mark of a truly immersive world is history. Because a world's history proves that just like in real life, the world existed long before you ever did, and it will continue to exist after you're gone. Unless, of course, the entire universe is actually a comatose dream state of yours in which you've given yourself superpowers to fight crime, but that's a different story.
Hey, we agreed never to mention what happened on Weird Tuesday.
The point is, a good world is bigger than just me. And from the moment I entered the oldest house, I knew just how small I was. Abandoned offices, flashing lights, portraits of strangers, vast labyrinths that I could not possibly understand. All of these told stories in which I was not the protagonist. The first document that I read told me all the things that I couldn't bring into the bureau, but it didn't tell me why. And if I never actively explored this world, I'd never know the answer. But it's questions like these that drove me to explore every corner of this place. I, through Jesse, stalked the halls of the oldest house with the simple hope that with one more step, I would find a new piece to add to this infinite puzzle. But as I gathered more documents and audio and video, the only thing I learned was how little I knew. I learned about a book club, but I never got to meet its members or know its final fate. I learned about altered items, but never about what caused them or gave them their irregular properties. I learned about the corruption of a previous director, but never about how to stop that from happening to me. I learned about the board, about the hiss, about Dr. Darling and Trench and the motel, and yet I never grasped the whole story. And so I kept looking, and I kept reading, and I found answers. They might not have been the ones that I was looking for, but I read them nonetheless. Stories of light switches and abandoned houses and mirrors and refrigerators and secret government conspiracies. But again, the more I learned, the less I knew. Control is a game about searching for answers, but not necessarily finding them. So why did I read every document in Control? It's because I want to know everything about this world, every character, every item, every story. But I never will. And that is kind of the point. You see, Control, the Bureau, the oldest house, it's a world of mystery. And a world of mystery is a world worth exploring. Thanks for watching.